My AirPods are over. 1 second. Okay, I am live. I don't know. I assume that no one is watching. But anyways, I am doing this as a bit of training and system, how to demonstrate how the amazing new Cursor agent works. Cursor is an editor for developers, but it has an agent. I don't know how to center me in the camera, so this is quite rudimentary today. The idea is to create a new DB system based on DB admin system based on agents. And let's go because this is super new. So we are going to do it together in the video, and we will see. So in that live, I'm trying to center a bit my again this way. I am recording with my iPhone, and my face is not important, so we can go directly to the tutorials view. And okay, now I have an image here that is the one that I generated for the stream with Grok. But yeah, what we are going to do is trying to create. So as I mentioned, Cursor is an editor, and this editor I'm gonna show you now. Let's go to the editor. Okay, okay, it's not open. So um, here I created a folder called DB agent. So we are going to create the project that I am not going to type, or I am going to try to type as less as I can. And the thing is that the who is going to do the hard work will be the agent that is including Cursor that we have to pay a pricing. Let me see another display now. So this is the Cursor that you can see is empty, so there is no folders, no nothing. Only we have this screen that is chat. So this is new, released this weekend or recently, but it was, if you know, Cursor already. In the previous days, in the previous weeks, you got this chat, composer, and bugs finder. Now they move all this and they have added this option, agent, ask, and edit. So here we can communicate with our agent and we can select the model that we want. And here, yeah, so here is the chat and here are the edits that I haven't tried yet. We are going to focus on the agent. And what I am trying to do very quickly, let me see if I am in the right path. Okay. So what I'm trying to do very quickly is to create a DB system that is like, okay, I seen, well, maybe I closed. So the idea is to create these circles. These rounds are the agent that I want to create. These agents are the DB admin designer. So this will be a DB admin that will be in charge of creating an schema. This schema is used for the data engineer that will consume this schema. So the DB admin will delegate information to will create the schema and then it has to delegate somehow to the data engineer. So it creates the tables needed for the agent. I don't know if I have, okay, I have a rudimentary logo here. So don't mind about these letters, but let's say that we create a PostgreDB for now. And in that DB, we are going to have all the stuff that we want that the agent creates. And the analyst will consume also the query and it can generate So we can do with this analyst, it can generate, it can read from prompts. Okay, this is a classic example that you can find on internet. It can read that of prompts, and the consumers can be stakeholders in the company, or it can be product owners, or it can be developers itself, devs, or data engineers that maybe are also devs. These will be the consumers. So the idea is that here through prompt, the analyst generates a SQL, and these SQLs are queries that will run in the, you should be able to. Okay, that's a good point. So who is going to run these queries? The analyst itself, yeah, it can run it can execute the queries from the stakeholders. The stakeholders, and so this will also create, we can create the DDLs. We will see how the agent decides to do that, and also execute and verify that the tables work. The tables are well designed. Okay, for this stream is disabled. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know what it's asking. So probably you can just put comments, not chat in that session, but it's okay. This way I will be more focused, and I don't expect anyone to come to that live. And so we have these roles: the DB admin, the designer, the schema, the data engineer, the DB analyst. Let me put this a bit more on the left so we can understand. I don't think I need a sequence diagram, but I am thinking also to ask to generate a GPT for create this sequence diagram for sequencediagram.net, or I don't know the website. I think it can, will, if I train it, it will do the stuff, but don't mix topics now. So we have this basic system. It can evolve for sure, but this is for demonstrate. So now, instead of creating myself the prompt, let's ask ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. So in ChatGPT, please, I am using an agent that will receive a prompt to generate a basic DB system. And we are going to be specific for that particular case. We are going to consider that this DB admin, okay, we can be generic and see how it runs. So please, I am using an agent that will receive a prompt to generate a basic DB system based on AI. So we can do something similar to that image. So I can you please generate the prompt for me? It needs to have three different agents as in the image, and write the README about how to use the system, and also prepare a Docker compose to create a DB based on Postgre at the moment, PostgreSQL. And I think this is pretty much it at the moment. Let's see who can generate a lot of stuff. And your prompt be compacted. So it's not too big. See what it generates. Maybe instead of doing that, I can already add this prompt. So, okay, it's a database designer, data engineer, agent, database model, system, workflow, what requirements, database engineer, consult the schema. Then, okay, it's creating the README. It's creating the README that I haven't asked for this. So I'm sorry for confusing you, but let's use the thing on the top by now and paste it here. And then the assistant, okay, important thing here should be open AI system, prepare the credentials in a file, and we should use JavaScript. We are not going to deal now with TypeScript because it can overcomplicate the process now, but it's capable of doing that. So it's capable of working with TypeScript, Python, or any other language. So we have should use JavaScript. And where else? Yeah. I think that's it, right? Use maybe I have to be specific, but and that's it at the moment. Let's see. So now the agent system, I don't know if you can see anyways my camera. So the thing is now it will start working. So we are in agent mode and it will, based on the prompt, it will start, I will create a database system with 3 agents as you have described. This will be a JavaScript application using OpenAI API for agents and .env for environment variables. Let's start by setting up the project structure and installing the necessary dependencies. So it can bootstrap the system and I need to run the command. I need to hit the run command. So we will see that we will have different stages. So this is very similar if you have seen menus this week. That was amazing, and people are waiting. So I think also they did it again, and they are great as well. So now we can see that it would establish something. We have the source with a bunch of folders that are empty at the moment, and you can see the instructions to install the package. If you are a JavaScript developer, you know what are the packages. If you are not, it's bootstrapping the project, right? So this is what engineers do every day in their lives. Well, not every day, so because we use a lot of reusable source codes. But yeah, hey, and if you are familiar already, so you know that what I am doing here. So I am bootstrapping a Node.js project. It creates a script. At the moment are quite empty. Only the packages are there. It installed the packages. So as you can see, the log JSON exists. So it's not only defined in the package JSON, and also I can see that the README is already there, which is quite amazing. So now the problem I see, or the problem I don't know, is that I have to accept all the files maybe. And this is really annoying. So we will see if accepting all, hitting that button is enough or not. But okay, so we have that README that we can improve it for sure. But it's quite simple, which is really nice because I was expecting something long and describing a lot of the stuff, and it will be hard to run it. So in that case, it's creating the README is already there, the OpenAI script. It stored that in OpenAI JS, that is part of the utils. It's like a client for OpenAI. So here we are bootstrapping of OpenAI. We are getting the key, and that's pretty much it. And now we have some get completion, some I think some reusable prompts that we can send to OpenAI. I don't know why is that, but anyways, the database itself. So we have a thing for executing the queries that is based on SQL Lit 3. That this is a problem because I asked to be in Postgre, but maybe I didn't paste that. So the ChatGPT doesn't include the Postgre element, but we can ask to rewrite this. And the database is execute query. So execute non-query. What is that? I don't know. Maybe execute a SQL query that doesn't return rows. Okay, so sometimes we can SQL query to execute. I think here probably it's hallucinating a bit. Execute transaction. We can need this if we want to transact. This is up to the system. I don't know why we are doing this execute non-query, but let's see. And here database designer agent. So we have an agent that will be in charge of creating the table. So in the prompt, in the system prompt, we can see that we are passing all this important information. I hope this will work as well. Design use prompt. So tables, it will be in charge. So this is the designer agent that is the admin. And it will be in charge of creating the table relationship, primary and foreign keys, data types, constraints, indexes for performance normalization to reduce redundancy, and always follow these best practices. Use appropriate naming conventions, ensure proper normalization, design for performance. This can be a lot of stuff that most people should know. Consider referential integrity. Okay, so this is the schema, and it's using the model, the OpenAI client for running this stuff. And now we have a data engineer agent. That is another agent in a class with a constructor. We pass the system prompt. We build the database schema with a prompt, please analyze, blah, blah, blah. It will create the stuff. And we have a third agent that is the analyst. And the analyst, stakeholders, receive, whatever. We will see in the README or how we can interact, how we can use this agent, right? Because for the data analyst, we probably, it's better to create a UI that we can also do, but we are not going to do in that live. Oh, my camera disappeared, but anyways. And okay, I don't know why. And my battery gone. Okay, I will have a big problem. You can see that works. So maybe I was speaking all the time because the stuff is not working. This is amazing. Okay, maybe tomorrow I will do another video. I can create more systems. So it's super easy to do tutorial with that thing. Even if you haven't heard anything, because I don't know if my OBS, I set everything up today very quickly. I hope you listen part of the video or the live, or you are not even there, I don't know. But this is amazing. This is crazy. This is insane. So I created a full application, and now I can say, okay, I need to deploy this to another system and things, right? So now, for the next videos, I'm gonna do for sure. I'm gonna share. It won't be super professional because I am not professional on YouTube. But at least I want to record this, and the next step is to create an agent. So this agent, connect this agent to MCPs. So when I want to deploy all this, I can ask to the agent, okay, deploy on Cloudflare, use that MCP. I don't know how they work still. I need to investigate a bit. And today we have used OpenAI agents, but I know that in Cloud they also have agents. And if we consider that all this actually was created by Cloud 3.7, I imagine that the agents in Cloud are also amazing. So yeah, we can create the full system. We can create a bunch of stuff in 8 hours with this agent. That is crazy, absolutely insane. Because now it's not about, oh, it's I created something and it's failing. Oh, this doesn't work. I need to paste. I need to understand all this code that ChatGPT has generated. No, here you can follow all the steps. You can see what is going on. You can see what is the process that the agent followed. That makes super sense. That is super senior. It, that it requires a lot of knowledge on programming and coding and databases and stuff. It has created the UI, that the UI is not even React or whatever. I can ask to convert all this into, this is vanilla script, everyone can understand that. It's amazing. So we can of course create a second project and say, okay, I have this AI, that rudimentary AI that it has created, and it can continue and continue and continue, and it never get exhausted, and I can fix the stuff without typing anything, or I can type if I want to, because I want my hands dirty, and I want to learn stuff, because also by typing we learn a lot. I understand that, but this is a new way to do the programming. So it's amazing. You need money to pay this stuff, but I don't know, they will be cheaper and cheaper over time. But this product, Cursor, and the new editors that are appearing will be amazing. So this is the most similar thing that I've seen close to Manus. Manus, I understand that this agent is, the amazing thing of this agent is not that it's capable to do that, because probably some frameworks were already capable to doing that. The amazing part is that it's not hallucinating. So it's consistent, it's doing its job. And so I imagine, I don't know if they are creating multiple agents at the same time, communicating themselves, delegating the information on real time, or it's only one agent, super agent, that can do that. But this is very close to AGI, so it's very, very close. At least in AGI, if we consider AGI for development, this is really close to that. So I don't know. Okay, I'm ending here. If you want something else, it's very easy to find me in LinkedIn, in YouTube, or whatever. Just comment and we can discuss further. Bye bye.